Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, December 1st, 2021 at 5:31 a.m. in the morning. Well, I think it was about 1 o'clock this morning that I went to bed, or more like 12:40. But I was trying to make it a goal to go to sleep before that. But look at this perp right here. As soon as I start my video, this is what they're doing. I don't know how long they're gonna do that for. To distract what I'm about to say. This is evil and senseless. Well, shucks, they're sitting there for a long time, but I'll let y'all know when they left. But they want to try to distract me on purpose. But that's how I figure this is spiritual. Cause let me tell you exactly what happened last night. So anybody who is like, if I know they're a perp and they try to be nice to me, I call it fake nice. Hold up. Like, if there's a perp that's try to be nice to me, okay, now they turn the light off. I mean, they stop shining their bright lights into my window. But so Mr. John didn't really apologize for what happened, but like he didn't apologize from Friday, like the other Friday night. So at first he acted like yes, like no, Monday, like he just wanted to stay out of my way and stuff like that. And so then let's see. Then after that, later on, he was a little, again, I'll say fake nice and act like he wanted to be all fake helpful and everything. Because I'm going to call everything fake because I know he's a perp. I saw him driving with funny headlights, in a Ford Escape, one of the typical perp vehicles. So, excuse me. So after he drove by in the Ford Escape, I had my confirmation because um like he came back that Friday, October 8th, and he seemed like he was like very moody and not nice. And then that Monday, he treated me in a way that made me feel like, damn, I want to quit. And so then I tried to stay out of his way because I suspected that he was a perp trying to do like workplace mobbing, kind of treated me in a way like workplace mobbing. And then after that, um, October 22nd, which was a Friday, I saw him driving the Ford Escape, with the funny headlights. And I filmed that across the street from the job, from the school. I was already across the street, and he was like trying to get off the property and then make a left turn from where I was at. So then, okay, after that, then Monday, October 25th, I saw him do the same thing. And so then, sorry for keep on yawning. So I looked like another vehicle was trying to bright their lights into my window. But, so then he, you know, would talk to me in a way that, you know, was condescending and make me feel dumb or like I don't have sense sometimes. And, you know, act like in a way like what I would call a narcissistic control freak fake friend or whatever. But I was never friends with him, but you know, he would try to talk to me like, you know, a narcissistic control freak fake friend and act like he was trying to you know, ask me all kinds of questions like, and I didn't know that he was close with Miss Brenda. So I mean, I don't want to go into too much because I already said some of the stuff that he did. You know, some of the perp stuff that he did and gaslighting or whatever. But last night he asked me like it seemed like he pretended to be fake nice throughout the day yesterday and last night. It's like I gotta clean the same buildings that he works in, and then Miss Brenda works in the same building as Mister the whatever buildings he has to clean. Like I clean mainly the bathrooms and some of the classrooms, and then Mister John he takes out the trash and vacuums, and so Mister William takes out the trash and vacuums. And I don't know what else they do, but I just know they take out the trash and vacuum. And Miss Brenda does what I do, but in the other buildings, like clean the bathrooms and whatever, you know. So let me tell y'all what happened. Like last night, um, it was after I ate dinner. It was after 7 o'clock, and so he walked up to me and and he started that ever since Monday, you know, coughing without covering his mouth. You know, it's like why the hell so many adults doing that these days, you know? But older adults, why they doing that? So anyway, he had, you know, started coughing and then talking to me and he tried to ask me, "Oh, was that you?" He said that while he was vacuuming the classrooms, he said that he saw me. He said that he saw me and that he said he thought he saw me walk by real fast somewhere in the hallway or something. And he said, "Oh, was that you?" And he said, "Was that you that walked by?" I mean, it couldn't have been Miss Brenda and them. I mean, me and him work in the same, you know, areas. But you know, I went into that other room and I went to go and get my water bottle and try to prepare, you know, to eat dinner. And so he asked me, "Is that you? Was that you?" I said, "Probably." He said, "How long you been in that? How long ago you been in Barracuda?" And the, you know, and I said, "You know, I don't know, about 15 minutes ago." And he said, "Well, was that you that was?" I said, "Well, it probably was me." You know, so then after that he started to ask me, well, just randomly, he started a conversation. He's like, look at this again. It's kind of harder to see with the But they're back to trying to blind my, keep on trying to do it, trying to blind my, blind their, their lights into my window. Now they stop. So he would talk about, oh yeah, the, cause like he randomly, after he asked me if he saw me, and then he randomly asked me out of nowhere. He said, he said, did you know that Building 9 is haunted? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, it's haunted because one time he said one time after I turned off all the lights start turning back on again. And I'm like, what do you mean? I said, you go into the classrooms and t- the lights turn on automatically. And so he said, no, I'm not talking about that. He said that in the hallway lights, after I turned them off, then they started to flicker. And I'm like, bastard. I'm like, why are you trying? I didn't call him bastard to his face, but I'm thinking in my mind, bastard, why are you trying to scare me again? Because remember, I never told him anything, about the feeling scared about, ever since, like, I've been having, like, I've been feeling scared of the dark. I'm 38 years old, but ever since hearing about the Travis Scott situation, I don't think about it every day much no more, but um, I still, I know that the effect that I'm scared of the dark after hearing about the Travis thing, but I never mentioned to anybody at work about, about any of that. So then, you know, so me knowing that he's a narcissistic perp, I try to hold back and say as little as possible, but sometimes these perps try to entangle you in a conversation to try to extract. I heard about the idea of them trying to extract certain information out of you. Like they try to get you and narcissistic abusers, they try to get you to tell them stuff you don't want to tell them, and they're the main ones be like, "Oh, you tell all your business," you know. So when he said, you know, because it's like, remember I told y'all that Miss Brenda pretty much told him where I live at, what the motel where I'm staying at, and I'm like, damn, but but it's like I didn't think she was a perp, even though I have like certain issues with her and stuff, but I didn't know them that well. And it's like he was asking me all kinds of nosy questions, pretending to be fake nice one time and asking me all kinds of nosy questions, you know. So that was before I got my confirmation that he was a perp. But he already, I guess a perp already know anyway. You don't even have to tell them because look next door. I guess at any moment within the next hour or two, I have to dreadfully hear that loud red truck. And so, anyway, back to the story. So, after Mr. John was trying to tell, I said, don't do that to me. After him trying to tell me, did you know Building 9 was haunted and stuff like that? And then next thing you know, he was trying to say, well, they got these homeless people who sleep around here. And he was trying to say that they try to sleep in between two buildings nearby. And he said, oh yeah, they got the top mattress and they got it all set up and this, that, whatever. And he was trying to tell me about that. And so then, like, he was talking about, homeless people and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, he tried to say, oh yeah, like, I don't remember, he said some other stuff. And then he said, he angered me when he said, oh yeah, because see, they sometimes create, they create that for them they homeless people, they create that for themselves, and they're lazy and don't want to work and stuff. And I'm like, um, not all homeless people. He's like, oh yeah, but a lot of them, whatever. And so then, I'm sitting here thinking, well, I heard I'm thinking in my mind, I heard through the grapevine that you don't like to do your work all the way properly. So, I didn't tell him that, but I was thinking in my head. So then, shortly after that, I saw somebody. I am not tripping. I saw somebody that was dressed like him, but like had the dark colored shirt and khaki pants, and the person just sprinted and ran across the field, and like ran across the campus. And so then, so quickly, like shortly after Mr. John said what he said, and it's like, I know my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. And so then I walked by. I heard him try to run and see who that was, and then next thing you know, within like 3 or 4 seconds after I see that person, and they ran so fast that when I went to try to go around the corner to see who that was, and that person was like nowhere in sight. So I'm wondering if that was spiritual. If I know I wasn't tripping, and I know I was not. And another thing, Mr. John, he tried to say that he thinks that Building 9 was haunted, and it's like when I looked at him, kind of funny, and he's like, oh no, not that. When he asked me if he saw me walk by somewhere really fast, and then he said that, well, he said, oh, maybe I was hallucinating. He's like, maybe I was hallucinating or whatever. But shortly after he said what he said, I saw somebody dressed like him running across the campus, and I'm like, why would a grown adult, after all the kids are gone, that fit his description, ran so quick, like in a split second? And then after that, pretty much, I know I prayed in the middle of the night. I prayed again, like last night and the night before. I didn't have it for like a few days, but like last week, I had to deal with having difficulty trying to sleep because of like having these fears. Oh no, I'm gonna die in my sleep and stuff like that. And I need to try to block those out and pray against those fears and thoughts or whatever. These perps trying to, manipulate me into feeling that way and stuff like that. And so, I need to pray about that too. And so I did pray even again last night about the demonic images that run that that I think have been that the perps probably been using. Like it seemed like a demonic still image when I try to go to sleep. And so then after I fell asleep this morning, I guess for almost 4.5 hours, my sleep was spotty and I was twisting and turning a lot. I didn't get to sleep that well. And Mr. John was in, I don't know how, I must have had like 6 or 7 different dreams, nightmares. And Mr. John was in each and every one of them. And then now I can't even remember any dream that I had about him. And and then it was like before and after dozing, drifting off to sleep. It was so many like strong demonic images of him in my mind when trying to go to sleep. So this makes me wonder if Mr. John is also, a male witch would be called, like, if a man does witchcraft, they'll, that would be considered like a warlock. But I don't even know if Mr. John was subliminally, if he must have been mad about the situation from the other Friday and maybe trying to get rid of me. And if he's trying to perp me, and act like as if he's trying to subliminally curse me to be back homeless again or something. Like I don't know. So yeah, I mean, a male witch is a man who participates in witchcraft will be considered a warlock. But it's like he damn sure was perping me. And I'm gonna tell you something. One of the neighbors here a few weeks ago was she walked out the house when walked out to her motel room exactly when I did, and she was wearing a red shirt that day, and she acted like she went to go get ice, and then she would usually be mean to me, but then was fake nice. Excuse me, fake nice. And then one time, I mean that time she was wearing red and pretended to be fake nice and had a conversation with me and was throwing up the 666 and devil horn hand signs. Like she must have threw up the 666 hand sign at least about 10 times. And I don't remember when she threw up the devil horns as well, talking to me. So then after that, she's like, well, me and the lady at the front desk, that we be thinking you're dead sometimes, and sometimes we want to come um kick your door down and see if you're okay and stuff like that. But she's normally mean and don't talk to me, or make me feel like afraid that she's think I get on her nerves or something. you know. So it's really that's how you know when somebody's perping. And it's like somebody will be fake nice and make a subliminal kind of reference to your death, you as a targeted individual, or your supposed blood sacrifice or whatever. Because they said we targets are supposed to be, we're targeted for blood sacrifice and sometimes for money, or sometimes insurance money, or for our organs, or for, I guess whatever other sacrifice, satanic ritual sacrifice. So they try to set us up and make us out to look really crazy, so that people won't, so to throw society off, so people won't think anything of them. So the lady on that side, she smokes really heavy. And that's the lady who was wearing a red and did what she did, that day. And then these people right here, at any fucking moment, I mean, I hope that if I gotta stay here long, then I hope that they don't stay here long. Cause I hate being tormented with their truck. Be startled every morning, and then it's not fair. If I were to have a permanent place to live and have neighbors that's gonna torment and startle me every damn morning with just idling the loud truck or whatever. I don't care what color it is, freaking loud. I hate it, but it so happens to be red. And then last night, as I said, they were smoking weed, and I was able to smell it from outside. And then I came into my room, and I was still smelling it. So I'm sorry, it kind of took me a little long to get to say what I had to say. That they had those, the gang stalkers distracting me. But I felt like I needed to talk about this. Cause it's it bothered me. What happened. And I was wondering if Mr. John was a warlock a male witch trying to curse me. So it's like people who don't even look like you would think that they will participate in witchcraft or this kind of stuff. You know, I even prayed last night against spiritual attacks and still got like attacked. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like I wake up and he's in like I have several different smaller dreams, and then he was like in every dream. So before then he wasn't in my dreams, but Miss Brenda was in a dream or two that I had, you know, before. So I'm gonna go for now, and I'll see y'all later on.